God bless you for joining me today. So I'm going to go over accommodative facility for amblyopia. So this is really good if you have your eyes don't focus very well and you're not seeing that 20/20 as you should, or your child. So usually this is vision therapy for children, but if you are an adult and you happen to have amblyopia, go for it. Before we get started, I do want to go over breath work. So I want everyone to just close their eyes, take a deep breath in and ground yourself. And then with every breath in, think of the word calm. And every breath out, think of the word peace. So breath in, calm. Breath out, peace. Breath in, calm. Breath out, peace. So as you go through life or any of these activities, just go back to your breath. If it feels hard, if you say, oh, I want to quit, I can't do this, relax, out, calm, breathe in, peace, and keep going. The other thing is, if you are somebody who this is going to be difficult, it is normal for it to be difficult. Not everything in life is going to be easy, and it is okay for it to be hard. It is okay to fail, quote unquote, and then you're going to pick it up the next day, and guess what? You're going to get better every day. So, so this is again the HART card. So I made my own, and it is flipped, so I do apologize for that. But basically, I'll send a link for the HART card. You can look it up. I would, you could just verbatim copy it. I made mine just from my head. The main thing, if you are going to make your own, is it needs to be pretty large print and spaced out. So we don't want it to look like words. You don't want to form the alphabet. You don't want to do anything that makes logical sense at all, other than it being something that they can identify. If your child is nonverbal and you are going to try to do this for your child, then however they communicate with you, use symbols that they understand, that they can, communicate with you through. So, and then this is the flipper. So one side is going to be a minus, and that is going to make the eyes work. The other side is a plus, and that's going to make the eyes relax. So I will include links below on flippers that you can buy online. I recommend starting with a +1, -1, and then as a couple months in, you can go to a +2, -2, and then that would be kind of the stopping point. The higher tier is the +2, -2. I don't even think they would make anything higher than that. But all right, so if you are by yourself, set a timer before you get started. If you are a parent of someone doing this, you're gonna time it. The goal is as you're going through is just to, if you're doing this yourself, you can just pay attention to the time when you get in, like at the very end, like, oh, hey, it only took me a minute to get through the whole thing. And then just write that down, like, okay, it took me a minute to complete it. And then the goal is for next week when you do it, or 2 days later when you do it, okay, hey, guess what? I know that I did it a minute before. I'm not gonna rush myself, but maybe I can do it in 59 seconds today. So that's kind of a goal for you in mind, is the time, because the faster you can relax and focus the eyes, that just is better reaction time in the real world. So if you are a parent of someone doing it, you would again time it, but you could also even time like, hey, this is the minus lens and they're going over the top line, and hey, that took 18 seconds. You could do it by the line. So it's really whatever's comfortable for you. But the time is kind of the gauge and how for you to tell if you are improving or kind of go from there. So, all right. So say I have my timer going, and then I'm going to start. So I'm going to start with the top line. So 2YB 4UC, flip. Now I'm on the bottom line. U1 5B2A, flip. Now I'm on the third line, 9A S3N8, flip. And now I'm on the fourth line, TMX1BL. Now I'm on the almost next to last line, 4T70E2, and the bottom line, D6ZRFK1. Boom, timer done, write it down, I'm done for the day. So that is the HART card. Again, I'll include links. This is really good for amblyopia, people with convergence insufficiency. If you had traumatic brain injury, this is a really good exercise. Some things to note is be patient with yourself. As you could see, when I was doing it, I didn't need to use my fingers, but if you are really recovering from a concussion, if you are this is difficult, you might need to use your finger. 2Y, B4, U, C. Flip U1, 5, B2A. That is perfectly fine. And that is even something you can log, like, hey, the first month, use my finger. Guess what? By 6 weeks in, I'm not using my finger anymore. Or 2 days in, I don't have to use my finger anymore. So those are things to pay attention to, is A, the time that it takes overall, B, how comfortable you are using it without your finger and tracking it, things like that. The other thing is there is no failure with this. So say you're going and you have the minus lens in and you are like, oh, this is easy. You put the plus lens in and you can't even see anything. You can't focus, nothing. It's just blur. You can't focus through it. That is fine. Try to focus through it. You're actually not focusing. The plus lens is relaxing, but try to just feel your body, get used to that lens, and try to clear that lens. If you can't, and it's a good minute or two, that's fine. Set it aside. You're done for the day. Come back the next day and go forth from there, okay? If you have any questions, if you are my actual patient who I talked to you about this, God bless you. And prayers. I always keep you guys in my prayers anyways. So I pray that you're doing well, and just leave comments down below. If I'm not your actual doctor, if I am your doctor, there's some things that I just won't be able to answer through this app, unfortunately. But feel free to ask me anything, and if I can, just HIPAA and just ethically for my practice answer it without physically seeing you, I'll definitely answer your questions. But God bless you and have a wonderful day. Bye.